Well, I gotta tell you, the referee's stupidity just knows no bounds, but nonetheless, we do have to move on, and now we have, uh, well, basically we have the two teams, the two tag teams, or rather, the two teams of two, I should say, excuse me, now gonna face each other. From round one, we now have The Miz and the apparent bully, JBL. What I mean by that is, well, I'll have to tell you more when we get started, but The Miz and JBL will be taking on John Laurinatis and Brock Lesnar. So we'll see who of these, which team will win, but also rather who will survive and move on. But with that said, let's get started right now. But yeah, so thanks to the referee, the British Bulldog and John Cena managed to move on, and that sets up an interesting matchup between John Cena and the British Bulldog against D-Generation X, and that also gives the Nation of Domination another. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. It gives them another bye, is what I'm trying to get at. But with that said, we'll have to deal with it when we get to it. In the meantime, here we have The Miz and John Laurinatis. And whipped into the ropes. And whipped hard into the corner is Laurinatis. And an armbar onto John Laurinatis. And for the team of JBL and The Miz, their best bet is to try to get rid of John Laurinatis and then slowly but surely double team Brock Lesnar, because one-on-one, you're not going to beat him. It's just not going to happen. As both of the participants legally are on the outside, and right next to him is Brock Lesnar, is The Miz, and thrown back in the ring is The Miz. And an armbar again onto Laurinatis. And for Laurinatis, he has to hold his own. I mean, as much as he would like to rely on Brock Lesnar to go in there and do all the work, no, he has to hold his own against not only The Miz, but also JBL. Then a backbreaker onto The Miz. And then a chop block onto The Miz. And then a knee right to the head of The Miz. And now, wait, what's Laurinatis going to do here? And a knee right to the sternum of The Miz. And an armbar onto Laurinatis. Laurinatis fights back. And now a Luthez press with punches right to The Miz. Of course, the worst thing that anybody can do is underestimate John Laurinatis. Hell, I did it, so I paid for it. That's the last thing you want to do if you're The Miz. But an arm breaker right to Laurinatis. But then whipped into his corner. Of course, The Miz does not want Laurinatis to tag in Brock Lesnar, because if that happens, and they double team The Miz, or The Miz gets double teamed rather, it's not going to end well. and a tag to JBL. And speaking of JBL, he's been in the news recently about being a bully, a corporate bully nonetheless, to the likes of like the Hardy Boys. Like he tried to do that with Steve Blackman, but then he got his ass kicked, did JBL. Same thing with Joey Styles. Like Joey Styles is not a wrestler, and yet he knocked out JBL cold like he was nothing. But I think the one thing that got him in the news was JBL was the fact that he bullied Mauro Ranello. I can't even pronounce the guy's name, but I'll put his name. I'll have his name featured up right now. All right, so that's how you spell it. But he had a problem with him, and he's best known for calling boxing matches, MMA fights, and he was doing WWE matches, but it didn't work out because of JBL and his bullying. And I have a feeling that Ranello is not going to come back until JBL it has been abolished from the company. And unfortunately, Brock Lesnar has just tagged in. So now, here comes the pain as he delivers a belly-to-belly suplex onto The Miz. And now that the beast has been unleashed, now he's just going to do whatever the hell he wants to just because he can. And a couple of punches right to the face of The Miz. Miz cannot take that kind of punishment and expect to win. I mean, really, there's just not very many guys that can stand up to him. Then a neckbreaker onto Brock Lesnar. And then a back suplex onto Lesnar. A belly-to-belly suplex on The Miz. One. No, kick out by The Miz. I mean, Miz has got to approach this very, very carefully. Then a snapmare and an elbow right to the back of the neck of Lesnar. Oh, but then a clothesline onto The Miz. And now, what's Lesnar doing? Oh, now he's taking down the announce table. What in the... Well, JBL intercepts him and throws him back in the ring. And whip into the ropes. A German suplex on The Miz. And then a double axe handle on the back of The Miz. And this could do it. No, a rope break. And a back suplex, and now a tag to JBL. So now we get to see JBL and Brock Lesnar in the ring at the same time. And an armbar onto Brock Lesnar, but Lesnar was too close to the ropes, so Lesnar got lucky there. And a running DDT onto Lesnar. I mean, JBL is size-wise and weight-wise big and strong enough to take him on. But of course, being the bully that he is now known as, he is nothing more than a big, well, you know what. A wimp, if you will. And that's just putting it lightly. Now whipped into the corner, and now JBL and Miz are double teaming him. Drop toe hold, elbow drop combination, and now it's Brock Lesnar who's in trouble. One. No, kick out by Lesnar. It's going to take more than that, but if you can somehow double team the guy as much as you can, then that will definitely take a lot of starch out of him. And whipped into the corner really hard. Now wait, going for a pin all but too close to the ropes was JBL. And now whipped into their corner. Now tagging back in the Miz, so now they're double teaming him and trying to whittle away at him. Drop to hold, elbow drop combination again. And Lesner, oh my goodness, Lesner is a beast. And another clothesline. I mean, just when you beat the hell out of him, he just keeps coming back. And thrown outside the ring is the Miz. Although Laurinatis from behind as well gets a hold of him. Oh, and then a kick right to the head of the Miz. And Laurinatis fights off JBL. Ooh, nice counter onto Lesnar with that, I forgot what it was called. It was a hammerlock, that's what it was. A power bomb. And another one. And another one. I mean, that's the brute strength of Brock Lesnar. I mean, he did not have his Wheaties today. He is just that damn strong. And a whip into the corner is Brock Lesnar. And of course, JBL better get out of the ring while he can before he gets disqualified. And he does. I mean, right now the audience is feeling it. And a suplex with a pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, broken up by JBL. And a backbreaker to the Miz. An overhead belly to belly on the Miz. Right now the Miz is in trouble. And a backbreaker onto the Miz. And the Miz is in deep trouble. But the Miz counters. Then a running bulldog onto Brock Lesnar. And the Miz tags in JBL, and now JBL is going to have to do some work. But he gets whipped into Lesnar's corner, and he tags in Laurinatis, which is surprising, but, well, whatever. I mean, he can do whatever he wants because he is Brock Lesnar. So now we have Laurinatis and Layfield, John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL, whatever you want to call him. And down goes Layfield. And now the Miz gets a hold of Laurinatis and throws him back in the ring. And the Miz just getting attacked by Lesnar. Although, wait, Laurinatis, what the hell are you doing with those steps? What the hell? And he's bringing him into the ring. What the hell? Don't tell me this is a no disqualification match, but he brought the steps in the ring. What in the hell? I mean, the steps are in the ring. And of course the referee's going to do something about the steps as, yeah, he just tosses the steps outside. All right, well, now the referee is in there. A gutbuster onto Laurinatis. Oh, but Laurinatis fights back. And thrown outside the ring is Layfield. And Layfield, nice hot shot onto... Wait a minute! Here's David Otunga, and of course that is Laurinatis' guy. I mean, he was previously eliminated in the first round, but what the hell is he doing here? And a spinning neckbreaker onto Laurinatis. 1. No, kick out by Laurinatis. Wait a minute. Powerbomb with a pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, very close. That could have ended it right then and there, but it didn't. I mean, but Otunga's on the outside of the ring, and I really don't know what he's going to do. But a tag to the Miz, and now Laurinatis is hurt. And now, wait, Otunga's in the ring? What the hell is he doing? Well, he gets out of the ring for some reason. I don't know why, but now Brock Lesnar's back in the ring. And a suplex onto Lesnar. 1. No. And now Otunga is in the ring again. What the hell? A scoop and a slam right to Lesnar. I mean, I really don't know what... Wait. 1. No. I mean, seriously, what in the hell is Otunga doing? And an arm breaker onto JBL. And then a jawbreaker to Lesnar, but I still don't know what Otunga's doing. I don't know what his plan is. And wait a minute. F5! F5 onto JBL from Brock Lesnar. 1, 2. Oh, very close to beating JBL, the self-proclaimed wrestling god. And a clothesline onto JBL. And JBL exits the ring for some reason. I don't know why, but... And where did Otunga go? Elbow right to the head of Lesnar. Now fighting off Laurinatis. And then a running bulldog on the Laurinatis. That'll take care of him. And whipped into the corner of the barricade. And then a headbutt right to Lesnar. Now, if Lesnar gets counted out, I mean, obviously he's going to lose the match for himself, at the very least. Well, anyway, both men are on the outside. And whipped into the steps was JBL. And whipped into the steps was John Laurinatis, yeah. And Layfield enters the ring. And Brock Lesnar. Oh, and a rake in the eyes, right, to Lesnar. And wait, what's wrong with Lesnar? Lesnar has been busted open! Don't tell me JBL had a blade with him and he just cut his face. Wow. Well, now Lesnar is in trouble. I'll tell you one thing. Now the tide has turned in JBL and Miz's favor, because now Lesnar is a bloody mess, and now it's only a matter of time before Lesnar succumbs. But will he? 1, 2. Nope, he does not. And a back suplex onto JBL. And a couple of punches right to the face of JBL. Then a neck breaker onto Lesnar. One, two, and Lesnar. I mean, one has to wonder, what the hell do you have to do to beat Lesnar, as JBL just gets thrown outside the ring. A fireman's carry drop onto from Lesnar to Layfield. Excuse me. Thrown back in the ring is Lesnar. And now both men are legally back inside the ring. Oh, and a clothesline from hell! Clothesline from hell, is that enough? 1. No. Not sure what the referee was doing, but JBL nearly took the man's head off. And Lesnar, destroyer suplex. A fisherman suplex destroyer, that's what it was called, excuse me. And power slam with a pinfall combination. 1, 2. No, kick out by JBL. But now Lesnar tags in Laurinatis, so now Laurinatis might have to pick up the slack quite a bit. Drop toe hold, elbow drop to JBL. And now wait, what's he going for? He's going for a camel clutch. And Brock Lesnar just going to prevent The Miz from breaking up the submission attempt. And JBL has submitted at the hands of Laurinatis. Oh, and a huge punch from Lesnar on The Miz. And are you serious? He's going to go for another camel clutch on The Miz? And The Miz passes out. So Laurinatis and Lesnar have won their way to the next round. If not, maybe the final round. It depends, really, what happens in the next match. But with that said, Laurinatis and Brock Lesnar have won. I can't believe this, but I mean, at one point I thought JBL and The Miz had him. I thought they had him, and Lesnar, as bloody as he is, still had enough to fight back. I mean, Lesnar and Laurinatis could be the guys that end up winning the Survivor Series tournament. You don't know. We'll find out right after this.